Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to touch on full screen mode version sets and stacks. We have talked about this in previous lessons, so if you feel comfortable, go ahead and just go to chapter 5. If you don't, then stick around and learn a little bit more. Now, you can see that we are in chapter 4, so go ahead and click on chapter 4 or 4B. It doesn't matter, it's the same pictures as you can see. And you'll notice that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 photos of a similar theme or object. Now, can you imagine if you had more photos? So in order to make the media browser more organized, Photoshop Elements has created stacks. In order to stack your photos so that I can show you, go ahead and select the first photo, then shift-click the second photo, shift-click the third photo, and then you can shift-click the last photo and that will select everything in between. Now you can either go to the edit menu, you can go to stack and say stack selected photos, or you can right click and go to stack selected photos. This will stack all those photos into one stack with the last picture that you selected as the top picture. So to me it's kind of intuitively reversed, but just remember it's the last photo that you select is the top photo in the stack. Now how do you know you have a stack? It'll say photo stack. You'll have an icon, a black arrow here, and you'll have a stacking symbol, I guess you would say here. If you wanted to look at your stack, you could expand it by clicking on the black icon. You can collapse it. If you didn't like your stack, you could right click, stack, unstack the photos, and this will put it back to where we saw before. Now let's recreate our stack. So I'm going to select the last photo, or the first photo, and then shift click the last photo, right click, stack selected photos. Something else I wanted to tell you about this, if you right click, stack, and you say flatten stack, watch what happens. All the photos except for the top photo in the stack will be deleted. You can delete it from the hard disk also. I suggest you never do this, but I just wanted to let you know that this option is available. So if I click OK, the only photo left is going to be this photo and everything else in the stack is gone. Not gone from my computer unless I select this. So we'll click cancel. If you want to include another photo into the stack, first you would expand the stack. Then you would select, let's say for example, select this picture and then here, and then go to stack selected photos, and it says one or more of the photos in the selection is already in the stack. All photos from the stack will be added, and then see, it's instantly added. How do you know? Watch. When I collapse the stack, you don't see that picture anymore, and when I expand it, then you see it. Let's say that you have this photo and you selected it accidentally and put it into the stack. How could you get rid of it? Just select it, right click, stack, remove photo from stack. It's just that simple. And then when we collapse it, you'll see it's not in the stack anymore. Let's say that you're not happy with this photo and you wanted a different photo to be the top photo so that you know what your stack represents. Expand the stack, select the photo that you want. We'll use this photo. Right click, stack, set as top photo. Collapse your stack by clicking on the black icon here, and bam. Remember again, how do we know it's a stack? It says photo stack, the black icon, and the stacking little symbol here. Now we have some photos. We have 3 photos here that need a little bit of fixing. So how can we fix them quickly? We can click on the edit full screen icon or press F11. This will open up the photos in full screen mode. You see your film strip here. If you do not see your film strip, you can go over to this little icon here and take it away. This is your quick edit panel here that you see to your left, and it will automatically collapse. This is your add to albums quick organize tab. It will automatically collapse. You can move left or right through your photos. This is your settings, your presentation options, excuse me. As you can see here, background music, we'll leave it selected as sunny afternoon MP3, or let's pick something, I don't know, let's pick this and see how it sounds. Well, page duration is the standard 4 seconds, but we'll do 2 seconds, include captions, show film strip, start playing automatically. You can also repeat it if you like, and click OK. This is transition, so if you click on this little arrow here, you can choose your transition. If you want to pan and zoom, all you have to do is just hover over it and it will show you what it is. You don't have to actually select it. The fade is nice, the classic, and we'll try pan and zoom this time. Click OK. You click the information or the properties panel, tells you information about this photo. It's on key tags right now, so go ahead and click on the first. It'll tell you the name of the photo, the ratings if you want to give it a 1, 2, 3, or 4 stars, the size, the date that it was created, where it's located, and if there's any audio caption with it. You can also add a caption here. This gives you the EXIF information from the camera. Remember, you have a brief view, or you can change to complete view. You can also scroll to see more. You can add key tags to it, or no, this shows you the key tags, excuse me. And this is the history about the photo. And you can also add notes to this, and these notes are all searchable by Photoshop Elements. So just remember that. Name, caption, notes, all this is searchable, so the more that you provide for the photo, the easier it is for you to find it if you do not want to use key tags from the previous lesson. So just give you a heads up on that. You can expand this a little bit more here, show all content. You can show photos side by side, or click it and you can do above and below. I'd rather not. Now let's go over to the quick edit. All you have to do is just hover over the quick edit and you have some options here. You can do star alignment. You can rotate left and right. These are the auto edits, and you can improve the colors, the shadows and highlights with the Smart Fix in one shot here. Or if you want, you can just improve the color balance and contrast, or the tonal balance, or you can improve the contrast without affecting the colors. You can remove red eyes, and you can open this up in either Photoshop Elements or Premiere Elements if you have it in the full edit mode, so you can edit the picture further. You have undo actions, trash, and print. This is in the quick edit mode. So let's click the auto smart fix and see what it does to this photo. All you have to do is just click it, and it will fix your photo for you here. Let's do auto color instead. And not that much of a difference. Let's see what auto levels does. I think the auto levels helps it out a lot better. Okay. If you are tired of this panel collapsing, you can pin it by clicking this pin, which will pin it to the screen here, per se. You also have your quick organize, so go ahead and pin it. You can add keywords that are existing already by just clicking on them. The ones that are the largest and the ones that are highlighted, let me see if I have any here. None. So there's no keywords or key tags applied. So let's add one. Let's call this couch. For sakes, you click the plus icon, and you see how the couch has been highlighted, because that's the one that's been applied to this photo. How do you know? Click on the information and this navigation bar at the bottom. Click on the key tags, and you see how couch was applied. That's how you know. Okay, let's move to the next photo, and let's use one of the options. This, I'm gonna say auto levels on this one. Yeah, maybe we can do some color and see what happens with the color. It's okay, it's not much. You can also click on the right arrow to advance to the next one. This will use a smart fix again and see what happens. Okay, interesting. Now if I want to quickly get rid of these panels, I can just click these buttons on the navigation bar instead of unpinning them and wait until they're done collapsing. Okay, so let's look at our little slideshow. What I did is I selected the first picture in the film strip. I also went to settings and I said repeat slideshow. Click OK, and let's see what this does. Click escape, and that will exit the slide screen show. Click the X button here, and that will exit full screen mode and bring you back to chapter 4 where you were at. And as you can see, we have our key tag applied couch. We can see that we have our stack over here, but hey, there's something else going on. What is this about? Well, let's increase our thumbnails here so I can get maybe, and we'll do it right about here. What happens is any fixes that you apply in the full screen mode, the fixes are applied to a copy of the picture. They don't actually affect the original. And how do you know that? Well, let's use this example because this was the best example. We'll increase our thumbnail slider so you can really see it. Okay, three things happen. One, there's a black arrow again, but this time it means it's a version set. So I know this is the original because I do not have the word edited, and there's an icon to indicate that it's part of a version set. So if I collapse this again, and I go to this photo, how do I know which one's the original, which one's the edited version? Expand it by clicking on it. I have my icon, edited, so I know this is the one that's edited, and this is the original. And this is what's nice about version sets, is it doesn't touch the original, but it creates a copy, and it affects only that copy, so it protects you. So now that we have our version set, we can open in the full edit mode by right-clicking on the photo, and then choose Edit with Premiere Editor. And when we open this up in the editor, we can see that the original is not affected. This is the one that was edited by the Smart Fix. And then you can choose File, Save As. And there's something that I wanted to show you here. There's an option here that if any photo that you fix or touch up, you can save in a version set with the original by just selecting it here. This is a sticky setting, so if you check this, this will always remember it. I actually tend not to have this checked, and I'll show you why later. I don't use the full screen mode. I use the full edit mode, and in the full edit mode, I sometimes will usually use quick or the guided, but I don't do version sets, and I will show you why later. But this is an option for you, and I do want you to know that this does exist. Okay? In the next lesson, we're going to talk about the edit panel.